Hello all, Munch here. Welcome to a brand new series on my channel on eFootball PES 2020, aka PES 2020. I've been waiting a long time for eFootball PES 2020, mainly because it's probably a better footballing game than FIFA. As we all know, I am a big PES fan. I love the gameplay, and this year they seem to have made a massive step up in chasing down FIFA for the best footballing game out there. I'm going to be doing Master League mode, which is the offline career mode, and it is just glorious. It's so good. I did one last year with Watford, but it didn't last too long on the channel, mainly because I just didn't have the time to do it, in all honesty. It was my fault. I overcommitted and I got it wrong. But I'm back doing it now, and we are going to be doing it with Crystal Palace in the Premier League. I have downloaded the option file, so the old PES issue of having no licensing will be disappearing, thank God. Let's start with making our manager. I'm going to quickly blitz through all this. I'm going to go Mr. D Lane, who I will obviously be changing to myself. As you can tell, it doesn't look anything like me. That's because this year you cannot customise the managers, but they have a load of pre-selects of actual famous players. I was tempted to be Ruud Gullit, but I don't really look like Ruud Gullit, funnily enough. I don't look like this guy either, but I am trying to grow out the barnet, as you can probably tell by the state of it. So eventually, I may well have hair like that. I don't know if I will have aged that much by it. I will do if I'm poor at the game. This is the bit I need to work on. So the transfer frequency, I'm going to keep as normal because I played a little bit offline of my own Master League, which I'm doing with Aston Villa at the moment. But I think we've had enough Villa for the channel for a little while. So obviously doing this one with Palace, I'm going to leave the majority of them all normal because I think then it will still be quite difficult. We're going to enable the transfer window so I can go in and buy the players that I need. Salary display will be annual. I'm going to be playing on professional difficulty because I've not played PES properly in ages. I mean, like I said, I played Master League last year, but I only played it off and on. I didn't play it regularly enough. So I want to play a professional. If it's becoming too easy, I will obviously keep upping the difficulty until eventually we get to Superstar, which is the top level. Not beginner, because that'll be way too easy. We're not doing it in yen, we're doing it in pounds, and the transfer window will only stop when there is progress. This is one of the big things that they've done this year on PES 2020, is just that there's a lot of cutscenes of you being a manager, being introduced to everybody. So this is us being shown around the Crystal Palace changing room and around to all the players. So there's Gary Cahill, Majorlevic, and I'm hoping we'll see Zaha because he is still here, obviously, and he is going to be the player that I'm going to try and build my team around. There he is, there's Wilf. As long as we can keep him happy, obviously want away in real life if we can achieve some big things here. Hopefully he won't want to go anywhere. Max Mayer there as well in the dressing room. Apologies if you hear a lot of whirring. My PS4 is now right next to the microphone, mainly because I'm running out of space. As you can tell by the fact I've changed the setup. The only way that I can play PES is to get my big TV, put it up here next to the monitor, which is next to the PC, which is also next to the PS4. It's the only way that HD will do, because apparently the HT60 does not like my PC monitor. So at the moment I'm having to use the big TV. Anyway, moving on. Get off your phone, mate. This is a meeting. What the? If we want to be aiming higher next season, then we need to take at least the 6th position in the league this year. How does that sound to you? It sounds farcical, mate. I'm going to say we can finish in the top half of the league. I'm going to dumb down expectations. I want us to finish in the top half of the league, specifically 13th. There's 20 teams. I'm sensing that there's some mathematical errors here. It seems a rather modest objective, but I suppose you have your reasons. Let's aim for that then. I have my reasons for it because have you seen the squad that we've got, mate? It's terrible. Whatever direction you think is best, the coaching team is behind you. Thanks, lads. That's good to know. I'll be bringing on Jordan Henderson. Right. Now, this is one I have been looking forward to, is meeting the press. Now, what are they going to ask me? Congratulations on becoming manager. What's your plan for the team? Are you going to use your preferred system straight away or stick with what the team is used to? I'm obviously going to be implementing my own style. Depending on what happens with the transfer window, I suppose, but I'm going to say I have my own ideas, and that's what we're going to play. I want to say thank you to the chairperson and sports director for believing in me. It's a bit wet and wishy-washy. My first job here is to teach the team my brand of football. If a player finds himself unable to adapt, then he'll be sent packing. It's more like it. To be nice and brutally honest with everybody. I love his hair. That's the kind of hair I need. What style of football do you want to play this season? Who's this Burke here in the hoodie coming in sitting down? Git. Should have turned up on time. Can I point him out? Alright, I won't. I guess I want to put on a show. That's the kind of football that we're going to be playing. So you can't blame people for wanting to see results, but I'm of the opinion that putting on a good show is just as important as winning. If you're going to win, make sure you do it in style. That's the type of football the fans want to see, and that's what I aim to show them. Right, so there's a new HUD this year to the Master League, and it's highly exciting, actually. There's a lot of good things for me to look forward to. Obviously, now we get email messages, so let's have a quick read through those. We've got the assistant coach, so we'll sort out training once I've got the squad together, then we can look at training. Scouting we'll definitely be doing. Right, okay, I can sort out the budget settings, which is what I might need to do. And we already said about the season target. Right, okay, well, first of all, let's go and sort out those budget settings then, so I make sure everything's going in the right place. So gate receipt bonus, no, we're going to have that as a transfer budget. Merchandise, transfer budget. Competition prize, transfer budget. Season objective bonus, salary budget, I think would be quite good. Contract options, income, transfer budget, yeah. Fan favourite, transfer, yeah. And actually, no, that should be salary based. And contract option payments, definitely with the salary as well. Okay, well, that's that sorted. So I think the aim for today's episode has got to be to try and make some transfers in, have a look at the squad, get it all sorted. If we've got time, then obviously we'll play our first opening Premier League game against Newcastle. It looks like we've actually got quite a decent run because we've got Newcastle, Villa, Everton, and then Spurs. So the latter two games are going to be quite difficult. But against Villa and Newcastle, we've got to be looking at getting 6 points there. I have no idea how I'm going to do this year. I literally don't have a clue. Right, I'll have a quick run through of the squad, but I already kind of know what I want to do and where I think we need to strengthen. But we'll run through it together. Up front, we are quite good. We've got, obviously, Wolf Sahar, who's a very decent player. Christian Benteke is a player I'll be looking to move on very swiftly. I'm not a big fan. He used to be brilliant, and I just don't know what's happened to him off the face of a cliff. Max Meyer is a player I do want to help build the team around. I think he's a very decent footballer and will be very good for us. James McCarthy is okay. Milojevic is very good. Townsend will obviously be handy. At the back, we're pretty good now because we've got Gary Cahill. It's worth noting as well that I have gone in, and because of the option file, obviously everything is in there, but it doesn't update all the transfers. Whatever reason, PES hasn't updated all the transfer squads. So I've gone in, I've done as many manual transfers as I can of players that are actually now in the squad. But there are some of the teams that have had the squad updated, but the players I couldn't find. So like Sebastian Haller was meant to be at Frankfurt, but for whatever reason he's actually been updated and isn't in the team. But he's also not in West Ham. I tried finding him. I can't even find him in the game to buy him in. So I have no idea what's going on there. That's a bit of a loophole. Onto the scouting thing. This is obviously where we can actually send our scout out to go and find us some good talent. It says bolster weak spots, so everywhere. We've got a transfer budget of £43.4 million and a salary budget of £1.4 million. So it should be able to get us some decent players. I think where I need to strengthen is going forward. I think defensively we're quite solid. The only place in defence I would look to sort out is right back. Right back is where it is a bit of a problem position because obviously Wan-Bissaka has now gone to Man United and I can't see Kelly being able to play there all year and play very well there. Apart from that, another striker because I don't really want to rely on Jordan Ayew to get me lots of goals. And Zaha is only one man, so if I lose him, I'm in real big trouble. And the midfield could use a bit of work, maybe a bit of creativity. Basically, it's making Palace a bit more creative and able to hold on to the ball. They're very much a counter-attacking based team in real life, and I am very much the opposite. I prefer having the ball, playing it around, playing smart football. That's how I like to play. Who's this boy then? Male. Playing for Genk in the Jupiler. He looks very good, and we could probably get him on the cheap. Let's start transfer negotiations for Male and see what happens. So, there's a high chance of success if I offer £8.6 million. So I'm going to offer that to start with. And he's positive about signing with the club. So I'm going to go for the cheapest deal possible here. And that'd be brilliant. His release fee would be £28 million. Release fees are just something that you just have to accept are going to happen on PES. They are just a big part of the way the game plays. But there's a high chance that I'm going to go in with the minimum bids. And if we can bring him in on the cheap, but then have a release fee of £28 million means that I'm guaranteed to make a profit on him. So Male is going to be one of my #1 targets. Going into other targets as well, I've got a couple of people that you're probably familiar with. Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be familiar to many fans, and obviously Crystal Palace fans, because he did have a very successful stint on loan to them. I've had a look at him, but he's very expensive. He would be my #1 target if I get enough more money. At the moment, his salary budget is too high, and I can't afford to get him. Then the other two that I've got here are Peter Pellegrini, who I think would be a very decent signing, a good replacement for Christian Benteke should we be able to get rid of him. And another player that we're all familiar with, if you've watched my Aston Villa save on Football Manager, Moussa Diaby, and I am going to instantly go in and try and buy him, although he is bloody expensive. We'll wait for that because I want to get some more money in before I go and get Diaby, but I might try and buy Pellegrini now as well. That means now I can shift Benteke on. Wow, okay, I can get him for like just under 7 million. That's amazing. I'd welcome 540k. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's released so you'd only be 8.1 million, but I think for that value, I'm definitely going to put a bid in for Pellegrini there, definitely. They've had offers, but not for the players that I really am interested in selling. And Mail doesn't want to come. If you were to say, who would you rather sell? Would you rather sell Kouyaté or James MacArthur? I'll always say MacArthur. I'm going to try and renegotiate for MacArthur. Let's see if we can get his value. He's valued at 6.3, so let's see if we can... Yeah, go for 6.3 and James MacArthur's yours because I can just bring Kouyaté in. So I can't do anything about Mail at the moment. I think he wants to come. But I need to offer more money, which is fair enough. Pellegrini, I will accept the terms. So we are going to make a signing today. Pellegrini's going to come in, and we're definitely probably going to get our first game because the transfer window hasn't quite gone as I'd hoped it would, because I've not been able to sell off any of the deadwood in my team. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to put Christian Benteke. Now that Pellegrini's on his way, I am going to put Benteke up for sale. Oh, here's Pellegrini on his way around the club being shown the ropes. This is a nice little touch actually as well when you make a big first signing. He's a big lad actually, isn't he? Oh, he's going to come and sit down and meet the press, is he? He's a good looking fellow as well as Pellegrini. Very confident lad. Look at him. He's bantering away there with our mates. Hello, my name is Pip Pellegrini. I want to say thank you to Crystal Palace supporters for welcoming me and being a part of my new journey. You are most welcome, mate. Right, okay, Borough have come back and they want to sign MacArthur for 5.3. Because I'm struggling a bit for salary and money at the moment, I'm going to say yes, and that puts our budget up to 1.9 million. And we've got 41 in the bank, so we're pretty much breaking even with what we paid for Pellegrini, which is no bad thing. Ah, here we go. Right, let's go back in for Mail, because I got it wrong first time. It's gone up to a bloody ridiculous amount of money. I have to pay £29 million to get him. 29 million's a lot of money. If I sell Benteke, I'll be fine. I'm going to try and get the annual salary down. I'll give him 893. His release is the same amount of money I'm paying for him, which I don't like. At least it guarantees that I won't lose anything, but we've got to go for it. I've got to try and get him. Right, okay, so this is the formation that I'm looking at using, I think, for the first. It reminds me a lot of the Antonio Conte one that he did when he won the title with Chelsea, so it's like a 5-2-3. So we've got Gaito in goal, then the usual three centre-backs will be Dan, Sacco and Cahill for the time being. Martin Kelly will be playing at right back until we can get Mel in. Then Van Aanholt's on the left, Mia Levic in the middle. So Maya's going to be kind of like roaming playmaker, and Mia Levic is going to be a defensive mid and kind of solidify it a bit more. John I will be taking the lineup today, but obviously going forward it's going to be Pellegrini. Wilf Zaha is on the left, and Andros Townsend is on the right. On the bench we've got Hennessy, Tompkins, Ward, Riedewald, Schlupp, Kouyaté and Pellegrini. Right, here we go. So this is the opening changing room, and we're giving our first team talks. And Newcastle are a tough side, but there's no reason to fear them. The supporters will be giving it all out there, so let's do the same. Couldn't agree more. The graphics look amazing. Like, the kit and everything looks so good compared to what was previous, and even compared to, like, FIFA's. I mean this in the nicest way, but this is such more artistic and good fun. Do you know what I mean? Make them play at our pace? No worries, mate. Nice and slow, yeah. And they're lining up with Dubravka, Fernandez, Cher, Lascelles, Barreca, Clark, Diame, Ki-Sung Young, Saint-Maximin, Schopf and Muto. So it's a pretty similar formation, I think. Either way, let's get into it. I'm excited. We'll see our first load of gameplay of PES 2020 on the channel. I'm excited. Selhurst Park looking absolutely glorious in the sunlight. And I just love the idea of it being a brand new season, new start, new series, new content on the channel. The graphics look incredible. Just look at it; it's beautiful. It's got this new sort of like stadium camera angle, which I quite like as well. So you get to see absolutely everything, and away we go. I'm just going to move me up here actually, so that way we can see the names and everything. Townsend up against, obviously an ex-Newcastle player up against Barreca. Do a couple of ball rolls. Let's see how we get on. Townsend whips it in. Ayew! Oh, nearly with a header there. It would have been interesting for Jordan Ayew to score from there. He's quite a, I don't want to say a small guy, but he's not the tallest in the world. Maya, I mean, he's not having a very good start to the season here, Maya. He's been really poor in the first 20 minutes of this game. Diame, good tackle by Maya. That gets a good foot in. Now, away we go. On the break, we've got so much talent. Good ball over the top, looking for Zaha. Not quite Dubravka, good goalkeeping, but probably our first real opening of the game there. It'll take me a little while to get back used to the flow of this, but I just love the passing in this game. It's so almost like metronomic. Maya to Milojevic, out to Townsend. Just got to wait for that overlap. Oh, that's a good ball. Jordan Ayew. Oh, he went for the fake shot. I should have maybe just hit it. But we're back on it now. Now we're putting them under a bit of pressure just before half-time. Kelly found Ayu. It's a decent ball, but it was originally actually meant to be to Maya. And 0-0 at the break. Not been the most exciting game, and I think 8 minutes might be a bit too quick for a match, if I'm honest. It seems to have absolutely flown by, and it's a little bit... I don't even know if there's been a break in play. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes or so, but I don't think we need 3 at the back against this Newcastle team, because at the moment, all they've got is Muto up front. I think it's going to be hard breaking teams down in this game, as Andy Carroll is playing, which is it's just a miracle in itself, actually, isn't it, really, with the greatest respect. Ayu, good ball there to Maya. Now we've got men over here. Maya. Oh, it was a poor thing. Maybe should have gone around the outside or waited for some more support. So poor. And Andy Carroll has just been fouled there. But the rest playing on, this is dangerous. Cannot let them put a cross in with Carroll in the air. Diame spoons it. We're okay, but it's the first real shot on target. Gaita's not happy. We get maybe a bit too tight to Carroll. He just keeps rolling me. Maxman, that's a great ball. Kale's going to have to come out here. That's a great handball, Gary. We love that. Townsend to Maya. They're going to have a crack. Maya. Oh, that's a good shot, but a decent save by Dubravka. One you'd probably expect him to make. But we've actually had a shot, so there's something to report. Right, I think we need to change it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push Maya a little bit further forward. Mile is going to fall a bit back. And we're going to take Scott Dan off. And I'm going to bring on Pellegrini. So Pellegrini is going to go up front with Ayu. That's a bicycle kick there from Andy Carroll. Yeah, you heard me. And we'll watch it again just for the lols. It was Andy Carroll. Surprised he didn't hurt himself. Kelly into Milojevic. Yeah, he finds Maya. Maya, good ball to Townsend there. Little injection of pace. Pellegrini! Oh, great save by Dubravka. That was much more like it. We just injected a little bit of pace into the play. And Pellegrini unlucky not to score there. Lovely here, little one touch, great layoff by Jordan Ayu. Pellegrini, it's a great effort and a good save by the goalkeeper, fair enough. Oh, hello, that's not the best header there from Van Aanholt. And Andy Carroll's in. Carroll to St. Maximin, don't get too tight. Great save by Gaita. It's been a much more entertaining second half. Van Aanholt back to Gaita. Oh, right, okay, it's a bit harder to play out from the back. I wanted to bring attacking football to Palace, I said. 0-0, mate. All day, all day. Cahill into Sacco. Yeah, 8 minutes is way too slow. Oh, sorry, way too quick for a game. Pellegrini to Jordan Knight. 0-0. Second half was a bit better. We look defensively solid, but going forward, we need acquisitions. That was so bad, so bad. League opener chapter 2. Are we going to be happy? Apparently it wasn't bad. Keep it up. That's the goal. We're not going to let up now with those 0-0 draws, and that coffee is going to be stuck to me for the rest of the entire save. It's probably gone cold now. It's the same coffee I had when I first got here. I just can't get this right at the moment. I can't get mail either as well, because apparently I offered a too low budget, but it said that he would accept it. I'm being led astray here. It's not been a good day for... And apparently Scott Dan had a transfer offer for him, so I'm going to go and reject that because I can't afford to let Scott Dan go. It's not been a good one in terms of transfers. I won't lie. I thought this would be blistering full of transfer deals. Not the slightest. We'll get to the start of the next game, and then that's where we'll leave it. But this feels like I need to make more signings. Oh, good, we've got a scout report coming in. Adama Traore. I know about Adama Traore. I'm going to have one more go at the mail transfer, and let's just try and get this right, okay? So, we'll pay the full amount of his release fee, which is £29 million, okay? Selling on option, 3 years. I'm going to... What did I offer him last time? I offered him 2 loads. So let's go 1.19 million, yeah? Give him some bonuses. Let's see if he accepts that. So we're at the start of the next game then against Aston Villa, but that is where we're going to start off the next episode. Although we've had some negotiations. Other teams. What's this? He's accepted, has he? That Mail is coming in. We're going to sign Mail. I needed a right back. That is done. So Mail is in. We've only got 12 million left. But we did receive an offer. Who for? Bakary Sacco from Newcastle for £5.7 million. I might renegotiate it And let's get that up to... Let's go 6.3. They give me 6.3 million. He's all theirs. So, good news is that we have signed Mail, which is a nice way to end the episode. So it's a bit of a high point considering the game wasn't particularly great. I just realised that I'm still in the top right when really I should be in the bottom right for this bit. But we'll figure that out as we go. Just thanks so much for watching the episode. It's been an interesting start. Not quite what I thought it'd be, the fireworks of what I thought it would be, but it's been a solid start. We've managed to obviously get Pellegrini, who will be a very good player going forward, and Mail will be making his debut in the next episode. Probably not against Villa, but probably against Everton, and we'll also have transfer deadline day. And trust me, I intend to make a lot of signings. We need to make some, because this team is not good enough to achieve what I want it to achieve. But we will see how we get on. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. Make sure you come back for the next episode of my PES 2020 save with Crystal Palace. And until I see you there, stay cool.